Gervonta, you're the fucking clown, buddy. You're the fucking clown, Gervonta.
I'm gonna beat your ass and I'm gonna beat Jaden on Love ass. On my mom, I'm gonna beat both of y'all ass. Outfit is trash. For real. That outfit is garbage.
The pre-fight conference for Jake Paul versus Gervonta Tank Davis was nothing short of entertaining, with jabs thrown by both parties towards each other, clearly showing dominance over the other. Sparks could be felt as the contenders went face to face. While hinting at something deeper brewing between the two, Gervonta Tank Davis did not shy away from calling out his opponent in front of the crowd, warning him from doing anything unseemly before the bout. According to Gervonta, Jake Paul would be in for a brutal beating in the ring, and if something out of the ordinary happens that sabotages the boxer, he would not hesitate to target Jake's coach as well.
If I find out anything, I'm gonna beat your ass and I'm gonna beat Jaden on Love ass. On my mama, I'm gonna beat both of y'all. On my mama. And he laughing. He know. He laughing.
What are you talking about?
What
does he have to do with this?
Let anything, you know what I'm talking about. Let anything. Nah, I don't have to say it right now. Don't worry about it. I don't gotta say it up here. Let anything happen. And I'm gonna show you and him.
On the other hand, while calling himself the karmic retribution of Gervonta Tank Davis, the YouTuber turned boxer left no box unturned while trying to get under the skin of his opposition. According to Jake Paul, all he has to do to take the win for his name is to walk into the ring with confidence and take Tank down. Jake Paul believes that going against Gervonta has been a blessing in disguise for him, excited to defeat the legendary boxer in the ring.
Just showing up. Honestly, yeah, I'm gonna knock him out. You know, he has a lot of flaws in his defense, and I'm gonna expose him. You know, look what a 135 Lamont Roach did to him, and it's just gonna be so much fun for me. I'm so glad that God gave me this moment. I'm Gervonta Tank Davis's karmic retribution.
Furthermore, Jake threw another attack on Gervonta Tank Davis while the boxer tried to answer the question of his weight going into the fight. Referencing the time Tank had gone through legal procedures, such as getting arrested, Jake Paul asked if the boxer would weigh himself with or without the ankle monitor. To that, Gervonta Tank Davis replied by saying that his opponent could not be any more corny, shutting off the unwarranted jab.
When I walk in the ring?
Yeah.
With or without the ankle monitor on?
That's corny. That's super corny. I don't know how much I weigh.
And the handcuffs too.
Huh? What are you talking about, fam?
How do you win this fight?
That outfit is trash.
Interestingly, the conversation took a darker turn as jabs turned from Gervonta pointing out Jake's mohawk and calling him a clown, to Jake openly discussing how true clowns are the men who lay their hands on women. This was a deeper attack on the fact that the boxer had previously been arrested for domestic violence. Despite the case being closed and the boxer being released, Jake did not hesitate to thrust the knife further into the already hurting wound.
Anybody that ever rocked a mohawk is a clown. We all know this. Anybody rock the mohawk. Name
You
them.
want to see clowns? You want to see clowns? Gervonta, you're the fucking clown, buddy. You're the fucking clown, Gervonta. Any man who puts his hands on a woman is the clown. I got you a poodle.
Now, okay. Now, since we on this,
Moreover, after being put in a tough position because of his opponent, Gervonta Tank Davis felt compelled to clear his name in a press conference meant for a boxing match. According to Gervonta, if he was the type of man who liked to lay his hands on women, why would only one come out with such claims, while the other women he had been with stay quiet?
with one female, like I'm 30 years old. Like, let's be real. I've been with more than one female. One mad females come out and say something about me hitting them? No. No?
Okay.
No?
I'm sure that
Meanwhile, as Gervonta tried to defend himself over and over on his decision to take up Jake's fight over Lamont Roach Jr., he could not help but get upset over the unfair criticism he faced from fans and critics alike. According to the boxer, he has the right to choose whatever he wants, while pointing out the fact that his ex-opponent already got the limelight he wanted, so there's no need for Gervonta to go for another rematch.
What they think? when y'all switch every. Somebody can have a bad day and y'all switching on who y'all favorite fighter is or who this person is supposed to fight. Like y'all need to sit back and be fans and just enjoy the sport. Like y'all even talk about people's personal lives. Like why when it come to that?
Can we still expect to see any of those fights in the future, though?
And y'all keep talking about fighting somebody. Didn't he just have a fight? And what happened? What happened? He won, right? But how he look in it? Exactly. But y'all say some different shit when it's me, right? Because y'all want me to lose.
In response, Lamont Roach Jr. made a hilarious statement ridiculing Tank's emotional answers to the questions. While attaching a picture of a cartoon crying, Lamont related that to how Gervonta looks while answering why he ran away from a rematch. Lamont wrote, "Every time he got to explain why he fighting Jake." Furthermore, Lamont brought forth all the receipts to counter the major question as to what the status of the rematch really was. According to the boxer, as per the contract signed by both contenders prior to the match, if Lamont Jr. were to win the match, Tank had the right to a rematch, which he had exercised. So as per Lamont, on paper, the fight is still on.
We had a rematch clause. If I'm declared the winner or if the bout was declared a draw, he has the right to exercise an immediate rematch. Guess what he did 2 weeks later after the fight? Exercised his right to the rematch. And we went and go handle our business with my team, lawyers, his team, promotional company, lawyers, contract, boom, sign, boom. That was for June. This contract was signed both ends in June. So there's an official rematch. Undercard and everything. Like that shit was supposed to happen.
Set in stone.
Set in stone. Nah, really. Like that's what people don't understand. Like people don't know. Like that shit was supposed to happen. Then it got pushed back to August. So then that's when we knew that like, all right, he might be up to the bullshit. Just like the first fight, when the first fight was supposed to happen in December, we fought in March.
Additionally, no mercy was shown in the press conference by either of the fighters as they rained each other with curses and insults. While Gervonta pointed out the fact that Jake could never be a real fighter, considering his actions in the press conference, Jake responded by calling the boxer a dumbass, further igniting animosity between the two.
This guy.
That's how I know you're not a real fighter. When you at a press conference, you don't put the next person on point. You shouldn't do that.
What are you saying?
You heard what I said.
You say you shouldn't put the next person on point?
Yeah, you shouldn't.
What? I don't know what that means, bro.
Okay.
Next
you
question.
understood it.
Jorge Alonso, BroBible.com. Gervonta, considering that... What happened?
Gervonta.
Tank.
You got a mohawk, bro. Chill.
Gervonta.
You got a mohawk. Always remember that. You got a mohawk.
You tattooed your fucking name on your forehead so you wouldn't forget, you dumbass.
That's not my name, dumbass. That's my daughter name, dumbass. And my son name, dumbass. And again, you got a mohawk.
On the other hand, people like Showbiz could not help but notice Gervonta Davis's body language being weird and uncomfortable as compared to his in other matches. According to Showbiz, it would not be appropriate to say that Tank seems scared of standing in front of Jake Paul. However, he likened the view of Tank standing in front of Jake to that of a dog cowering.
I know when you look at the stare down, Tank Davis is looking down in a way he seems bashful, and I think bashful is the proper word, all right? And Jake is doing a lot of things. Tank, kind of, swung at his armpit or whatever he did or whatever, and did those little things. But everything else, he didn't really look at Jake. He was looking down in a way and all bashful and shit. And to the untrained eye, he would look scared. That looks like he's scared. That's not what it is. Let me tell you what it is, bro. Let me tell you what it is. And it's the whole press conference. Tank Davis, in that stare down, he didn't show fear as much as he showed a dog, maybe a very uncomfortable dog that you think is cornered.
Moreover, Coach Cromwell Bullet Gordon, someone who has gone against Gervonta Tank Davis before, claimed that it is not only a disgrace to the boxing world for Gervonta to go against Jake, but also the boxer himself to be sold out to fight an influencer just for money. According to Coach Bullet, the weight discrepancy and the fact that it is being allowed is stupid.
That's the stupidest shit I've ever heard in my life.
I just wanted to get your overall thoughts. This is
You just
stupid.
got it. It's the stupidest, dumbest shit I've ever heard in my life. Tank is 135 pounds, this nigga 200 pounds. Tell Jake Paul to fight a real boxer or fight another influencer that could beat us. I got somebody for him. You know what I'm saying? Thanos.
Yeah.
Thanos to get with his flex, you know. He's at 185, but he move up. I put him on the waist, make him 200, and we'll beat the shit out of Jake Paul. You know what I'm saying? And he's an influencer as well.
Obviously, there's a huge size difference, but when it comes to skill, right? Obviously,
Yes.
Clearly Tank is way more skilled, but is that still too much for Tank because he's a big guy?
It's way too much, bro. Way too much. And it's a disgrace to Tank to have to fight a person like that to get a big bag.
Additionally, Jake Paul's promoter, Nakisa Badarian, claimed that the fight would be an exhibition, but there would be a decision on who the winner would be. Giving more insight into the rulings of the match, Nakisa claimed that 3 world-class judges would be present to judge the fight, and the maximum weight would be kept at 195 pounds, considering all the safety precautions.
An exhibition with a decision.
Absolutely. It's an exhibition at 195 max weight.
Okay.
10 3-minute rounds.
Okay.
And 12-ounce gloves. And most of you guys know boxing, right? Most of the fights are with 10-ounce gloves. Fighters spar in 16-ounce gloves. 12-ounce and 10-ounce gives you a little bit more safety, which is the key here, given the size difference, but there's a massive experience difference. We will have 3 world-class judges ringside that the commission has approved to ensure there's a rendered decision for the fans. It will not go on their record, but there will be 3 experienced judges, some of the best in the business, giving their view of who won the fight.
Furthermore, planning on creating a historical knockout moment, Jake Paul claimed that Gervonta Tank Davis would be the one trying to survive in the ring. According to the boxer, while Gervonta has more advantages in the fight, considering his experience, Jake is ready for it all. Further discussing the allegations of the fight being rigged, Jake claimed that anyone who makes such a statement should be ready to be sued.
Tank's gonna be the one surviving. I'm gonna, upset a lot of people, and again, they're going to have to say that there's some crazy excuse, fights are rigged. They can't use the steroid excuse because we have full-on random drug testing at any time. They could literally knock on my door right now, so they can't use that excuse. And obviously, I'm suing people who say that the fights are rigged. Piers Morgan already had to retract his statement and kiss the ring. More lawsuits are coming for these people who are lying on my name because it's just simply not true, and we're willing to prove that in court. But I'm actually flattered that the only thing that people can chalk up these wins to is that the fights are rigged, because it's honestly the greatest compliment. But again, I'm gonna knock this guy out and probably create one of the most viral knockouts in the history of boxing.
Additionally, Shannon Briggs reacted to the press conference and the fight as a whole by claiming that it's all about the money and there's no harm in going after a fight that is going to not only fill up your pockets, but can also bring benefit to the boxing sport as a whole. While pointing to the fans standing beside him, Shannon gave an example to everyone of how the fight had already introduced new people to the sport.
The money. This is great for boxing, great for his pockets, like Mike Tyson did it. This is one of the lifetime things, like 2 of the lifetime things. You got Turkey Ali, whatever his name is. Yes. And you got your boy here, Jake, and what Logan did brought a lot of money to the game and new fans. Look at all these fans that was never into boxing, and now they love boxing. Y'all love boxing, right? That's right, they love boxing.
Moreover, Gareth A. Davis also commented on his views about the press conference, claiming that the event as a whole revealed a lot about how Gervonta Tank Davis felt. According to Gareth, the boxer looked as if he had been forced to stand beside Jake against his will, not even wanting to look at or be near his opponent.
Being shackled and dragged there against his will. Even when they faced off, it was as if Jake Paul had a bad smell about him or something. He didn't want to get near Jake Paul. He didn't want to just going to plug this in as well. I just realised it's not plugged in. It's almost as if he didn't want to indulge anyone at all. Like he'd signed up against his will, and then it's like he'd been signed up against his will. The agents and his manager and his handler had dragged him there without briefing him on what was going on and where it would be and what time it would take place.
Adding to that, Gareth claimed that Gervonta Tank Davis did not really seem to care about the matchup at all, feeling disinterested in the entire process. Along with that, he commented on how the boxer has little chance of further accelerating his career in the world of boxing, considering the legal issues he faced, along with the loss he experienced against Lamont Roach Jr.
It doesn't really work. It's the biggest freak show so far. Like you say, Gervonta is not in everybody's list, but he's there or thereabouts in the pound for pound list. I mean, since the Lamont Roach fight, people have been down on him a little bit more. You know, a lot of people think he might have lost that fight, you know. Obviously his troubles and travails away from the ring have meant that, you know, people are starting to question at 33 now, is he?
No, I don't even think he's that.
31.
I think it's 31 max,
31.
yeah.
But they're beginning to question his validity.
But yeah.
31, yeah? 30. Okay.
Yeah.
They're beginning to question, I don't we all are, but people are in general beginning to, pundits.
In the end, the boxing world remains divided on how to view this match. While some claim that it's an exhibition not to be taken seriously, others claim it's a major win for Gervonta Tank Davis, having secured a massive bag of money to his name. While the opinions keep flooding through, the reality will be seen on the day of the match itself. What do you think? Was Gervonta Tank Davis really afraid of standing beside Jake Paul? Or was he simply disinterested in the gimmick the YouTuber is known to be prone to? Who would prove themselves as the ultimate champion of this so-called fight? Let us know in the comments below, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell icon to keep updated on the latest news.